Good evening. We begin tonight with chaos on Highway 401 in eastern Ontario. Snow squalls led to multiple crashes earlier today, closing a large section of the highway and stranding drivers for hours. The images coming in from the scene are dramatic. Photos captured by Quinte News show a transport truck on fire this morning. Police say in total around 50 vehicles were involved in the crashes. A snow squall warning was in effect at the time, calling for blowing snow and near zero visibility. According to the OPP, there were some injuries, but nothing life-threatening. This all happened on a 2.5-kilometer stretch between Trenton and Brighton in Quinte West. But that wasn't all. Police were also called to a collision in the westbound lanes near Napanee this morning. A photo shared by police shows a tractor-trailer flipped upside down. The lanes there reopened this afternoon. Throughout the day, there were lane closures on a 100-kilometer stretch between Brighton and Odessa. The eastbound lanes are still closed between Brighton and Belleville. The westbound lanes were closed between Wallbridge Loyalist Road and Glen Miller Road in Trenton for several hours, but have since reopened. Video from the CTV chopper shows the aftermath of the crash scene in Quinte West. Part of a tractor-trailer was still smoking late this afternoon. The lanes on the highway charred. There are still multiple emergency responders on the scene this hour, including police, firefighters, and 2 trucks. CTV's Adrian Gobriel is there now and joins us live with the very latest on this. Adrian.
Patricia, what a day for commuters here along the 401 near Trenton, Ontario. Now, earlier this afternoon, the westbound 401 lanes reopened, though you may see those blinking lights behind me. That is the eastbound 401. We're on an overpass here in Trenton. That remains closed this hour. Now, earlier today, our CTV News chopper was flying over the scene where a tractor trailer caught fire, was fully engulfed earlier today. It started at about 8 a.m. this morning when the first collision occurred. About half a dozen separate collisions occurred involving roughly 50 vehicles. As you see, tractor trailer was fully engulfed, dozens of vehicles in about half a dozen separate crashes over about a 2-kilometer stretch of highway here. Now take a look at these images. A completely burnt out car covered in spinach. Now, moments before that car was fully engulfed, a woman was pulled out of that vehicle and miraculously survived. Now, about 3 to 4 people, according to the OPP, have been transported to hospital, though remarkably, there were no serious injuries and no fatalities. Earlier this afternoon, the OPP provided an update from alongside the crash on the 401.
Thankfully, there were no serious or fatal injuries as a result of this collision today, but it is a very clear reminder of how important it is to slow down and give space between you and the vehicle in front of you.
Yeah, a really good reminder, Patricia. This could have been so much worse. As horrific as the images are, thankfully, everyone able to escape safely and many at home tonight.
Amazingly, for sure. I mean, you certainly never want to be caught up in anything like this in any way, but these crashes would have stranded a lot of drivers out there. You often wonder, Adrian, how is that handled? Do we know where they all went?
Yeah, you know, small communities coming together on a day like this. Earlier this afternoon, I visited the nearby hockey arena here in Trenton. That was used as a warming center where roughly 20 people were sent earlier today as they waited for, a different ride home or waited to access their vehicle if they were able to drive it out of the wreck. Thankfully, that space was given for people. The community came together. They had a safe space there. First responders were there on scene as well, just making sure that everyone was okay. Though we're told that, generally everyone was in a pretty decent mood considering the morning that so many people had. Again, thankfully, no serious injuries, no fatalities. Everyone has now left that warming center and are on their way home or already safely at home.